So in war, the way is to avoid what is strong and strike at what is weak. Be willing to leave the ground behind if you want to fly. But man's duty is to try and endeavor. Success depends upon chance and environments. A frog in a well cannot conceive of the ocean. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. Sometimes things become possible if we want them bad enough. In warfare, there are no constant conditions. He who can modify his tactics in relation to his opponent will succeed and win. Do your work, then step back, the only path to serenity. Just be real, it saves everyone's time. The difficult problems in life always start off being simple. Great affairs always start off being small. I ought to go upright and vital and speak the rude truth in all ways. More powerful than the will to win is the courage to begin. The smallest light has greater power than the largest darkness. The big lesson in life, baby, is never be scared of anyone or anything. Deeds will not be less valiant because they are unpraised. Always stand up for truth, regardless of who steps on it. I always felt like you had to be important to have enemies. The right mindset is the first step towards the journey. Stop being okay with everything. Life did not intend to make us perfect. Whoever is perfect belongs in a museum. The nail that sticks out farthest gets hammered the hardest. If a man takes no thought about what is distant, he will find sorrow near at hand. Whatever is going to happen will happen, whether we worry or not. You are never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. It is truth that liberates, not your effort to be free. He who wishes to fight must first count the cost. Feet, what do I need them for if I have wings to fly? When they say the sky's the limit to me, that's really true. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. Patience and improvement is the key to opening the door to progress. Some things you hear with your ears, others you hear with your heart. Strange what being forced to slow down could do to a person. When you procrastinate, you become a slave to yesterday. Mastering others is strength. Mastering yourself is true power. Breathing control gives man strength, vitality, inspiration, and magic powers. Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. We destroy in assumptions, but we do not build in possibilities. To be wealthy and honored in an unjust society is a disgrace. Where the willingness is great, the difficulties cannot be great. Growth is in a series of mistakes. That's the only way you learn. But if a villain can be made, then they can be unmade. Bloom as if you want to make the whole world beautiful. Life is too short when you think of the length of death. Waiting for changing opinions is like waiting for nothing. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. The true sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. The mistakes I've made are dead to me, but I can't take back the things I never did. If you're waiting until you feel talented enough to make it, you'll never make it. You don't have to like someone, but you have to treat them as you wish to be treated. If I work hard enough, there will be things I can do tomorrow that I can't do today. When your opponent gives you an opening, be swift as a hare. Truth is a straight line you sometimes need to curve. You should know that by now. Maneuvering with an army is advantageous. With an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. There are no second chances in life, except to feel remorse. The man who asks a question is a fool for a minute. The man who does not ask is a fool for life. One need not destroy one's enemy. One need only destroy his willingness to engage. It's not that I'm so smart. It's just that I stay with problems longer. If you want to see a rainbow, you have to learn to see the rain. Healthy citizens are the greatest asset any country can have. In conflict, straightforward actions generally lead to engagement. Surprising actions generally lead to victory. Until death itself comes, no calamity need be feared. If it keeps you happy, keep it quiet. Too many people are too busy making a living to make a life. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. I think there is only one quality worse than hardness of heart, then that is softness of head. We must meet the challenge rather than wish it were not before us. Misconceptions play a prominent role in my view of the world. The best way to cheer yourself is to cheer somebody else up. Don't worry about the negative people may say about you. Learn from it and move on. Follow your heart. Listen to your inner voice. Stop caring about what others think. Most often, you don't own your own mind. You borrow it from society. There is no saint without a past, no sinner without a future. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Don't leave it all unsaid, somewhere in the wasteland of your head. Maybe everyone is just waiting for someone else to save them. Let your mind wander in the pure and simple. Be one with the infinite. Let all things take their course. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. Growing up is losing some illusions in order to acquire others. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. Respect is earned. Honesty is appreciated. Trust is gained. Loyalty is returned. The key to life is accepting challenges. Once someone stops doing this, he's dead. Bad habits are like a comfortable bed, easy to get into, but hard to get out of. Remember, if you play small, you stay small. My fear was not of death itself, but a death without meaning. To touch the soul of another human being is to walk on holy ground. Every team has its weakness, and every team has its strength. In war, then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns. Distance sometimes lets you know who is worth keeping and who is worth letting go. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the stars. Sometimes, not getting what you want is a brilliant stroke of luck. Small good decisions will lead you to the glorious path of success. What we can change is our perceptions, which have the effect of changing everything. I saw a star. I reached for it. I missed, so I accepted the sky. Nobody ever lives their life all the way up, except bullfighters. Let your plans be dark and impenetrable as night, and when you move, fall like a thunderbolt. Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body. The fruit of empty hopes is more bitter than the saddest truth.